Good morning. So, another day, another dollar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have found out last night that I've had my first unlike. Somebody doesn't like one of my vlogs. You should find out my reaction to it and how I feel about it at the end of the vlog. So yes, there we go, that's what we did yesterday. But touching now on that subject, the unlike subject, the great news about it is that I haven't reacted that bad to it. Most of you who are watching this at this very moment, at today's date, will know that I'm a drama queen. And I was scared about the first time it happened because how would I react? Would I be angry? Would I be upset? There's been instances in the past when the Wonder Years was open that there was a few instances where I did actually get upset when people didn't want to come in, or there's lots of stories about it, and that might be shared with the people who don't know one day, but not today. But basically, I've looked at the video that I did and to see why somebody unliked it and disliked it, and I agree with them a lot of ways. Funny enough, it was the last video I did before I started to edit, so they might have watched the other ones and then looked at it, well, it's not very good, the beginning is very, because these videos, up until that was the last video, and for hundreds before that, it was virtually me picking up a camera and sticking it and just talking and then loading it without watching it. It was always, that was the exciting thing about it for me. It was going to be completely and utterly unedited and even unlooked at before it went live. So it just went out. And it starts off with me homing in on some cat poo and it also is blurred. Strangely, I do, and I hardly talk about it, and frustratingly, I did there. And like I said, it was unedited, and I wouldn't do it now. I actually talked about COVID with, and some situations there, and then, I talked about my theme tune to the What's in the Banana Box, but it sounds like I'm really analysing it. I'm not. I think that, there are lots of reasons why people don't like. Sometimes it's just a positive reaction, so they're making a reaction to say, well, this wasn't very good, and you take that on board and you say, yeah, and I agree with that. I think there's other times where there is going to be people who are just unlike, they just do it, and I think those are the sort of, and then there's also people, and this is a very tiny minority, who will dislike me. I think I'm a chalk and cheese, is that the right word? No, I can't remember what it is now, but anyway, I'm a Marmite person, and some people who, happily I'd say that most people that know me actually tolerate me to the point where they actually begin to like me, but when people first meet me, I think there is a certain amount of people that actually I grate. And so maybe somebody, okay, this is the situation now, but this will happen in the future. But the good thing is, it's happened when I've only got 12 followers, subscribers, and I feel fine about it. I'm glad it's happened now. I haven't built up years. I did it with eBay. I had 15 years. Was it 15 years? Yeah, 15 years without any negative feedback. And when I got my first one, I was absolutely distraught, especially because it was so unjust. It was such a silly thing. But it's, I will expect it. And there's two followers, two people I follow on YouTube. God, this is a waffle, isn't it? I've lost you all now. There'll be one of you watching, and that'll be me. But there's two YouTubers that I watch. One of them, he's got over 2.5 million. This should be edited out, but it ain't going to be. 250,000 followers. But and by pure chance, I actually met him, and we talked. I said, how do you handle it? And he said, you just got to have a real rhino skin. You just got to sort of, just don't listen to him. And he's had some terrible things about his personal looks, things about all sorts of terrible things that have been thrown at him. And I think a lot of it is because people, are jealous of him. And that's why his reaction has started like that. And there's another gentleman who actually sort of baits back a bit, but he said something very true, and this is what I'm going to take off from it. He said that basically, if you're any kind of hit, that button being hit, like or unlike, is good for your actual page, because it's YouTube likes interaction. So even if it's a negative sort of reaction, it's still good. It still helps you get out there more. So that's the way I'm going to look at it. Anyway, today I've got Tina coming down with me to do some rock work. She likes to do rock work, and there's some ready to do, and she can do it. So we've got Tina down for the first time. So she's excited about it. But yeah, basically more work today, and I'm going to stop waffling now because it's far too long. So I'm going to say I'm waffling now. So it is time to say goodbye.